Hey guys, Mr. Shaw here. Just wanted to make a quick video to help you guys out with assignment 7.03 for Foundations of Algebra Semester 2. Again, we're writing equations. We're doing slope and then writing equations from slopes or given 2 points. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started here because this is going to be a little bit of a longer one. What you're going to notice, guys, is that everything is going to be pretty much the same. So once you got it, feel free to move on to some of the later problems as well. So the thing we need to focus on now is the slope formula, which is m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So for this, guys, what I recommend doing the exact same thing every time. You're going to label your points. Again, an ordered pair is always just x comma y. I'm going to make this a little bit thicker for you. Okay, so then this one I'm going to label x1, y1, and then x2, y2. And then I'm just going to plug them in. So the slope here is going to equal, or it's going to be m equals, so y2 is 13 minus y1, which is 20, over x2, which is negative 16, minus negative 13. Okay. So I just want to make sure I got that right. Negative 16 minus negative 13. Yes. Make sure you guys know that minus a negative becomes plus a positive. Okay. So now we have 13 minus 20 equals negative 7. And then over negative 16 plus 13 is negative 3. And again, those negatives are going to cancel out, so you just have 7 over 3. And that's your answer for number 1. All right, let's move on to number 2. Again, I'll label my points x1, y1, x2, y2, and then let's just get straight to work. Okay, so m equals, again, y2 minus y1, so 0 minus 3 over x2 is negative 3 minus negative 14. Okay, so 0 minus 3 is negative 3. And then negative 3 minus negative 14, again, that becomes plus a positive here. So negative 3 plus 14 is 11. And there you go. Number 3. x1, y1, x2, y2. All right, so let's get to it. M equals, y2 is 17 minus 4, that's y1, and then x2 is negative 2, minus 10. And then now we just do it. So again, you guys see the deal. It's really not that challenging once you guys know kind of how to plug everything in. So then you do 17 minus 4 is 13. And then negative 2 minus 10, again, make sure you guys are careful there. That will be negative 12. Make sure when you guys are putting in your answer that you put it in as negative 13/12. Okay, that will be helpful for those ones. Okay. Again, you guys are kind of getting the idea here, so I'm just going to go ahead and go a little bit faster. Okay, so again, x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay, go ahead and plug it in. So negative 9. Actually, for these last two, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set them up for you, and then you're going to need to find those answers on your own. So negative 9 minus 8 over 16 minus negative 10. So again, make sure you guys are careful here. Okay, again, you're going to want to do minus a negative, which becomes plus a positive, and then you guys should be able to find that slope on your own. Okay, that's number 4. Number 5, same deal here. x1, y1, x2, y2. And then here we go. So y2 is 0 minus negative 16 over x2 is 3 minus 12. Again, you see the minus and negative, guys. Be careful there. You're going to go plus a positive, and then you guys should be able to get that slope. Okay, again, this one on the bottom is going to be negative. Okay, so make sure, you might actually have to even, well, no, I don't think you'll have to reduce this one, but if you do have to reduce, make sure that you reduce that and then put the reduced value in there. So we have not, let me go back to -4, or to number 4 rather. This one, yeah, so you're not going to have to reduce that one either. We might have to reduce one that is coming up, though. Okay, so we should be good to go for the first 5. Okay, again, just make sure you guys are careful. Make sure you put it in as negative and then a number, okay, over that other number. All right, so let's get into the second type of problems here. Second type of problems, it's going to ask us to, we have to find the slope, but it's asking for slope-intercept form. So slope-intercept form looks like this: y equals mx plus b. So m is the slope, and b is the y-intercept, like where the line crosses the y-axis. So in order to do that, we need to first find the slope, and then we're going to need to plug it in to what's called point slope form. And I'll give you point slope form in here in just a second. And then the last step is to solve for y. Give you a little exclamation mark there, since it's that's exciting. Okay, so point slope form, just so you guys know, okay, is going to look like this. It's kind of a variation of the slope formula. So it's y minus y1 equals m parentheses x minus x1. Okay, so this x1 and y1, like, we're already going to label this. So like this one's going to be x1, y1, and then x2 and y2. I would just use these numbers, guys, that you've already labeled as x1 and y1. So let's get to it. So again, finding the slope first. So -9 minus 7 over 20 minus 2. Make sure I got that right. -9 minus 7, 20 minus 2. Okay, we're in good shape. So this is going to be -16 on top, over 20 minus 2 is 18. Now this does reduce, so we're going to want to do that. Okay, this one's going to reduce by 2. So if I divide both top and bottom by 2, okay, I get -8 over 9. So this is my slope. So now what I need to do is I'm going to plug this in to point slope form. So let's do it. So and I already have my x1 and y1 over here. So I'm going to use 2 for x1 and 7 for y1. So here we go. So y minus y1 is 7 equals the slope that I just found. Again, this is my m value, is -8 over 9, parentheses, x minus my x1 is 2. Okay, so now we just need to solve for y. So I'm going to distribute my slope to start to both terms here. So it's going to be y minus 7 equals -8 over 9x. And then you'd this is like kind of 2 over 1 here. So a negative times a negative is a positive. And then this is going to be plus, now 8 times 2 is 16. And then 9 times 1 is 9. And that does not reduce. So the last thing we have to do, guys, is just solve for y. So I'm going to add 7, and then I'm going to add 7 over here. Okay, this is like 7 over 1. So you can kind of you can do this a lot easier in your calculator. But I'm going to show you how to do it just by hand, just since I'm already here and I'm already doing it. So again, my denominator is 9. So I need the bottom. I need both of these. I'm going to multiply both top and bottom by 9 here. And so that's going to give me 63 over 9. And that's what I need to add to this value right here. Okay, so I'm kind of running out of room over here, so I'm going to rewrite it over here. So now it's going to be y equals -8 over 9x plus 16 plus 63. is 79 over 9. And that's how I would write it. Okay? It's kind of a gross fraction, but it'll be okay. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Okay, so again, you guys want to set it up real quick. I think, again, this is the every other problem, guys, is the exact same. So if you want to go ahead and just move on, okay, or if you want to skip ahead to one of the problems that you're struggling with, feel free. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of them, but I'm going to do it kind of quick because I want to make sure that I don't want to waste your time. So here we go. So let's find the slope first. So -2 minus 1 over 13 minus -14. Okay, I think let me make sure I got that right. -2 minus 1, 13 minus -14. Yep. Okay, so this is plus a positive. Now it's -3 over 27, which reduces by 3 to be -1 over 9. So this is my slope. This is my m value. Now I'm going to go back and plug it into point slope. So y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So y minus my y1 is 1 equals -1 over 9 is my slope, x minus -14. So again, this is going to be plus a positive. Distribute your slope. Y minus 1 equals -1 over 9 x minus, again, -1 over 9 times positive 14. Again, it's just going to be minus 14 over 9. Last step is to solve for y, so add 1 to both sides. And again, this is like 1 over 1, so it's the same thing as 9 over 9. So I'm adding 9 over 9 here. So -14 plus 9 is -5. So my answer then is going to be y equals -1 over 9x minus 5 over 9. Okay, and that should do it for number 7. And make sure I included everything there. Yes, I did. All right, moving on to number 8. So x1, y1, x2, y2. Here we go. So 19 minus -13 over 0 minus -1. So both of these become plus positives. Okay, and then this is going to be 19 plus 13 is 32 over 0 plus 1 is 1, so my slope is just 32. All right, and I'm going to use x1 and y1. So here we go. So here is our point slope. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Plug it in. So y minus -13 equals 32 times x minus -1. So here we go. Both of these again become plus positives. Distribute your 32. Y plus 13 equals 32x plus 32. Subtract 13 from both sides, and you're left with y equals 32x plus 19. I think that's right. 32 minus 13. Yeah? I'm losing it. It's late. It's been a long day. 32 minus 13. Yes, that is 19. And there you go. That's your answer. All right. So again, guys, I'm just going to make sure, I think for these last ones, I want you to kind of do these last ones on your own. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, it doesn't matter. I'll just go ahead. I'm already here. So let's go ahead and let's just knock it out. x1, y1, x2, y2. So this one's our slope then will be, let's see. So we got -7 minus -5 over 1 minus 15. That's plus a positive, so that's going to be -2 over -14, which reduces by -2. The negative, well, really just by 2, and then the negatives cancel out. So divide both of these by 2, and then we have 1 over 7 as our slope. Again, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So here we go. Y minus negative 5 equals 1 over 7 times x minus 15. Okay, this is plus a positive now. Distribute your slope. Y plus 5 equals 1 over 7 x minus 15 over 7. And then last step is to solve for y, so subtract 5. So this is 5 over 1, which means I need this to be multiplied by 7 over 7. So I'm going to be subtracting then negative 35 over 7. So my final answer then will be y equals 1 over 7x, and then negative 15 minus 35 is negative 50 over 7. And that should work out just fine. Okay, last one. Let's crush it. So x1, y1, x2, y2. Again, you guys should be old pros at this by now. Let's knock it out. So negative 13 minus negative 4 over negative 7 minus negative 17. Again, both of these become plus positives. Negative 13 plus 4 is negative 9. Negative 7 plus 17 is 10. So that's our slope. Let's use our x1 and y1 values for our point slope form. Here we go. Y minus negative 4 equals negative 9 over 10 times x minus negative 17. So that becomes, both of these become plus positives. Distribute your slope. Y plus 4 equals negative 9 over 10x minus, so again, this one I'm going to have to use our calculator for. Well, I guess I could figure, I think it's 153, but let's make sure. 9 times 17 is 153. Look at that. Okay, so minus 153 over 10. And then the last step here is just to subtract 4 from both sides. So y equals, so this is negative 4 over 1, so I need to multiply by 10 over 10 to get the common denominator. So I'm going to be subtracting here negative 40 over 10, which is going to be, I believe, negative 193. So it'll be negative 9 over 10x minus 193 over 10. And that should be it. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this delightfully long video. If you guys need anything, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one.